We are the Acme School students of 10th standard trying to create awareness on importance of biodiversity. The 22nd May is Biological Diversity Day and you can also call it as Biodiversity Day.
Diversity means variety. Biodiversity means biological variety. It refers to the organisms present in a particular area or a habitat is known as biodiversity.
Variations are present in biodiversity at various levels. To understand that biodiversity, every species is linked with a multitude of others in an ecosystem. All animals are part of food webs that include plants and animals of other species. Minor disruptions in a particular ecosystem tend to lead to changes that eventually restore the system, but major disturbances of living population or environment may result in irreversible changes.
Let me quote what Einstein said. If the bee disappears from the surface of the earth, man would have no more than 4 years to live. This slide also shows ecological significance of the tiny creature.
Do you know 80% of pollinations are done by bees? If you need to have food that we get from primary producers, plants are pollinated by bees. Albert Einstein once said if there was no bees, there would be no world, means there would be no nature.
Just like plants and bees, all the living organisms play a significant role in balancing and maintaining other organisms. So, conservation of biodiversity is very important.
With a few simple habit changes and proactive actions, you can reduce your adverse impact on environment and encourage the local biodiversity. Buy organic food. Well, organic certification does not guarantee that your food is 100% free of pesticide. Organic grower is L2 criteria of minimal pesticide use.
Reduce or eliminate pesticides and fertilizers. Consider getting rid of your lawn, especially if you live in an arid region. Instead, plant native plants are well adapted to your area. This will reduce the need use of pesticides and fertilizers.
Restore habitat in your yard if you have a yard. Consider turning it into a mini wildlife sanctuary.
Restore habitat in your community. If you don't have a yard, consider volunteering on an ecological restoration project in your area.
Reduce your consumption. This is arguably the action that will have the biggest positive impact on environment. The more we reduce our demands on resources, the less habitat will be destroyed or energy to produce the products, and the less waste will go into the landfill.
So let's take pledge to save biosphere by not destroying the biodiversity.
The more variety, the better society.
Biodiversity we must keep so in the future we don't weep.
Truth be told, biodiversity is more worth than gold.
Biodiversity is the way, so don't let nature go astray.
All for one and one for all. Keep biodiversity or future may fall.
Biodiversity is the key so we can all live in glee.
We are all part of the circle of life. Let's live in peace and not in strife.
Flora and fauna all are correlated. Flowers and animals need not to be hated.
Keep our world colorful. Preserve biodiversity.
Biodiversity is key for more variety.